I kind of want to make sure that it's not, your typical documentary on people with disabilities with the whole like inspirational story arc and the Chariots of Fire playing in the background and that kind of thing. Writing is a very lonely business. I spend a lot of time in my head, and the better part of my day is either sitting on my ass in front of the computer or sitting on my ass driving my mobility scooter. Then I heard UFC commentator Joe Rogan and Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt Eddie Bravo talk Jiu-Jitsu on the Joe Rogan Experience podcast, and everything changed.
More of the real deal. And what Anderson are we going to see in that second fight? Because in that second fight, he's going to be so goddamn motivated.
There's nobody like Anderson Silva.
No.
I mean, he's just so far and away better than it seems. I don't know how he does it. It's the craziest thing.
Well, he's just a very good athlete. He's incredible at what he does. He's been doing it forever. He's a master at Muay Thai, a master at Jiu-Jitsu. He's a master at MMA.
He's a master.
But he's still lost. That's what there's a beautiful lesson in there for fighters. There's a beautiful lesson about human beings. Even the greatest ever. If you clip him on the chin, they go unconscious.
He's going out.
That's just how it is.
Clip him on the chin, he's going out.
You always know where you stand with Jiu-Jitsu. It's not duplicitous, and it will not lie to you in an effort to spare your feelings, the way people do. When you're with somebody with a disability, there's sort of an automatic assumption that you're together because society has a way of thinking like goes with like. But then a person with a disability with a person who is able-bodied of the opposite sex, and what would your brother like to order? The assumption is you're not dating. And sometimes when it becomes apparent that you are dating, they'll say to the able-bodied person, "Oh, you're so good for staying with him. I can't believe you're doing that. You're such an angel." Every article I've written about sex and every uncomfortable fact I've pointed out has not changed the paradigm of how people view people with disabilities sexually. It has only reinforced that they don't view them sexually at all, and even the ones that claim to are picky and ashamed of it. I think they might be in the bins. I don't see them here.
Okay.
But I could be blind.
Yeah, I don't see them either.
Yeah. Usually I get, "That's such an incredible article. Don't worry, it will come." And what I want is, "Great article. Here's my pussy, I'm coming over. Let's fuck." And I have the next trade of Saga. And Sex Criminals #2. Sex Criminals is about this woman who realizes that she can stop time with her orgasm. These two lovers on opposite ends of a galactic civil war. You see the stuff that she does. Can I get a bag?
Certainly. So what's this for?
They read one of my articles. They decided I'd be a good subject for a documentary.
Sweet.
No idea how that happened. The comic that I'm working on right now is called Gimp. One of the first ones that I did was from something that happened to me when I was going to university. I was crossing the street going to my class, and I guess a dude didn't see me, and he T-boned me on his bike and flipped over the handlebars, flipped over my lap on the scooter, and ended up on his back on the other side of the scooter. I was pretty shocked and pretty oh my god, you just hit this dude, what the fuck, like anyone would feel. He gets up, totally fine, dusts himself off, and then comes over to me and says, "Are you okay?" But the thing happened to him. A lot of people who are able-bodied ask you a question that you've heard a million times, like, how fast does your scooter go? You know, what's your disability? Or whatever. Like, they feel like they're the first people that came up with that question, but they're not. It's like the millionth time I've had to say, oh, well, I have cerebral palsy, and it's a bleed in my brain that affects my muscles and balance and coordination. But it's no big deal. And you have to sort of like talk them down. Like, no, it's fine. But they don't really believe you. They're sort of like, oh, look, he's so well adjusted. He's convinced himself that it's good to have a disability. But it is good.
Try to use your key. More weight. 139.8, 140.
So I registered at 162.5, but I weighed in at 140. But since I'm not technically in a division yet, and they're going to create the division today for me, they can basically put me in whatever division that I ended up weighing in at. So it'll be under 149, I think. And yeah, so that's sort of an advantage, kinda, for me.
Nice, Andrew. Nice.
Cross grip, Randall. Cross grip on that seat.
Up. Push it. Don't let him get those hooks in. Don't let him get his hooks in. Get your back to the mat. Get your back.
Perfect, Luis. Stay there.
I've been told I have 2 fights, and they're trying to get a 3rd and a 4th for me.
Nice. Get us back.
Get him down.
Pedro Cordero, mat number 5.
Yes, push. Other leg. Push. Fighter, never ready. Come on. There, Richard. Yes. Accept that. 20 seconds. Let's go forward. Secure the position. Let's go. Secure the position. Let's go. 15 seconds. Yes. Make sure you're heavy on his head. Yes. Pass. You win. Don't let him pass the card.
I know it might be a little bit harder. But if you were to kick your leg a little harder, you would have had the guard pass like every single time you went.
Yeah. Just trying to get my leg out.
You work hard, man.
I'm a guy who wishes for more disability. I just don't like how the world treats disability as something that you don't want to have. You don't want to be disabled. You want to be like everybody else. I don't really focus on my disability that much anyway. I mean, some people have brown hair, some people have blonde hair, and I don't think my disability rises past just a characteristic or an attribute. But everybody seems to want to talk about it.